Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I would do a video on this, on should you open up a Printify pop-up store. Now, I've been using Printify as a POD for about a year now, a little over a year, for the two Etsy shops that I started. I also briefly used them with eBay and also with TikTok. I like the integration. It's not that hard, even for an old goat like myself. And I also like the fact that it's 100% free. There's no credit card. You don't have to put a credit card in and have them take the money out and then wait for getting payment from TikTok, which takes at least 30 days, or Etsy. Now, Etsy's pretty quick. They've got a pretty cool system where you can get your money, once a day or once a week. So it's not that bad. Also, the fact that there's no fees. So you can save a little bit of money, $3 to $4, maybe more, depending on what you're selling. So I said, why not? I like them as a company. So I decided to open up a store, and here's my store. It's called Designs by JMC. Right, as you can see, these are I've listed some things in it. Right, but here is a problem. The problem is that they're still in beta. So there's a lot of bugs. Okay. One of the bugs that you can see is for my main picture. For some of the listings, no matter what I do, it will not accept my my listing, even though on the production side, where you set up your your listing, your T-shirt, your whatever it is that you're selling, and you select the mock-ups, it does not do it. As you can see, the first two, actually the first three, but then the ones that just show the T-shirt, the blob blank white screen, that's not what I selected. Okay, so that was one problem. The other problem is that there's supposed to be a feature where you can go up here. Right now it's set for recommended. Recommended by who? I don't know, because I didn't put any items in any particular way. Is if you go over here and let's say you want to go price low to high. Now, all my t-shirts start at $22.99 for small. Do you see $22.99 as the smallest number? No. Okay, that's the first problem. But if you go down, you'll see that it jumps from 23. Now, all of these listings should be at $22.99. So we have 23, 23, 23, 23, 28, and 26. So, and ladies and gentlemen, as somebody who has a little background in programming and coding, this should be a simple fix. The pictures also should be a simple fix. So I'm not sure what's taking them so long. So now we have the problem that that this doesn't work. And as you can see, I can click on I can click on one of these, and if I click on small, I'm sorry, extra small, you'll see $22.99 is the smallest price. And if that was truly sorting out from lowest to high, everything should be $22.99 or $23.99, depending if it's a small. It's not doing that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little disconcerting. I'm not too worried about that. Customization is not as great as, let's say, Etsy. I just need a shop that looks functional and works as it's supposed to. This right now kind of looks bad from a buyer standpoint. We can click on another one. Let me see. As you can see, again, small, $29.99. That should be the smallest sale. Okay. If we go to, let's say, prices highest to low, well, that should work. Well, that's funny because my highest price is $35.99 for 5XL. So why is $26.99? Which that's like for medium to extra large. So that's all wrong. And obviously you got 26, you got 31, you got 27, and you got 26. I mean, me as a customer, I'm over here clicking, and I click high to low, and then I come over here, right? Now the customer doesn't know that my lowest is $22.99, but my customer goes down here and sees $26.99, $31.99, $27.99, $26.99. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a problem. Printify needs to fix this. Okay? I mean, it doesn't matter if I save, a little bit of money over Etsy. This is not acceptable. They shouldn't have rolled this out until they actually tested it and saw all these bugs. Now, I've been spending the last 2 days back and forth with tech support, making screenshots and showing them all of these issues. Now, I did notice that other people were complaining. You can have different, categories. Hoodies. I don't have any hoodies, which reminds me I got to start doing some hoodies. Sweaters. Again, I don't have any sweaters. Right now, I just mainly have T-shirts. I don't have any mugs. So right now, you could go to all products or go to T-shirts. All right. And I didn't really realize about the 30. Oh, the worst problem is I was jumping the gun. The worst problem is I got a sale yesterday, right? Somebody wanted a custom T-shirt. I did it for them. They bought it. I'm glad that they bought the other two from my other Etsy store. And then I'm looking at my information and I see that I will not be getting paid until the 15th of September. Okay, that's roughly 25 days from today. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not acceptable. Printify has already gotten paid, right? I mean, they get paid either way. If I get a sale on Etsy, they take it out of my credit card, and then I wait for Etsy to send me my funds. But with Printify, they have the full money because they're the ones that take the order, right? So let's say if I was to sell this T-shirt for $26.99, they're going to get the $26.99 plus whatever the tax is, right? So they're going to get that money up front. Then they're going to deduct the price of the T-shirt plus shipping. And then whatever's left over is going to be my, my income. That income is going to be kept from 30 to 45 days. So if, say, at the beginning of the month, let's say September the 1st, you had 20 sales, and you're going like, oh man, this is great. You got 20 sales, Printify got paid. Well, you're not going to get paid your money until the 15th of the next month. So you're going to be waiting close to 45 days before they release your money. Now, I can't fathom why they would keep your money that long. Now, I know TikTok, when I had a sale, they basically kept my money for 30 days, which is their return policy, right? 30 days. And honestly, I stopped using them because I have to pay for the products, right? I am charged for this on my credit card. But then I have to wait 30 days. Now I come over here to Printify, I get all excited. I'm even willing to overlook the minor mistakes on the shop setup. But having to wait 30 to 45 days, I'm having a real hard time doing that, right? But let's look at the savings between Printify and let's say Etsy. So I have this spreadsheet that I've created. Let me see if I can blow it up for you guys. All right, hopefully that'll be much better. All right, hopefully you should be able to see that. Okay. Um, it's got some stuff that's cut off, but we don't really need that. Um, so basically, we're looking at Comfort Colors 1717 size 3 extra large. That's on the Etsy store, and then the Printify store, same thing. The tax you're going to have to enter manually because I haven't figured out the sales tax because that's based on a state by state. On Etsy, that's passed on to the customer, but for some strange reason, I don't know why this is passed on to me. So we're looking at basically the cost for this T-shirt. Now I've got the program set up for a $10 profit margin, right? Now this spreadsheet is really cool. I'm trying to work on an Excel version because for some reason the Excel version, when I download this as an Excel, these little check boxes here don't seem to get transferred. So basically, according to uh, this is going to cost me $24.23. That is my cost. And then I want to make $10, right? Now, now the beauty of this program is that you can have the spreadsheet tell you what you need to sell in order to make the $10. Now I have all my prices at $29.99, which is why the profit is $10.76, which is okay. So you get an extra 76 cents. Who's going to complain, right? So right now, I would be selling this T-shirt for $34.99 minus the $24.23. That would give me the $10.76. Now I can override that selling price and force it to sell it for $29.99, and then my price becomes $6.23. I also have a feature where if you want to give, you're running an ad, uh, you can click on here. I think this is set up all the way up to 60%, right? So if you put a percent, let's say 10%, obviously your profit is going to drop down, right? You see right here, 352. Also, you can override it and make the buyer pay for shipping. Now, right now, I've been including free shipping, which is usually $3.99. So if you click on here, you would be making, with the $10 profit and the 10%. Now, the 10% is going to knock, it's going to drop you below the 10%. That's the only thing that overrides it. So you would technically be making $7.82. Okay. Now, if we go over to Printify, hold on a second. Let me move my big head out of the way. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me move myself out of the way. Okay. You will see that the same item, you would make $10.22, roughly about $2.41. So you're looking at 24.62% profit, which is not bad, to 32.2%. But if we talk about dollar-wise, $2.41. So you're going to be making an extra $2.41 from the Printify store, but they're going to keep your money for 30 to 45 days. Is making an extra $2.41 worth it? I mean, that depends on you. If this was your main store, I would say no. I would rather you know, lose the $2.41 and get my money relatively within a week's time. So I just thought people should know about this because I didn't know about it. And it's just very interesting that, you know, well, maybe I didn't read the fine print. I just thought about it. Hey, it's free. I don't have to have my credit card like I do with the Etsy store. Um, no money comes out of my pocket. It comes out from the sale, but I got to wait up to 45 days. That's not acceptable. Let me know what you think. Do you have a Printify store? Are you thinking about a Printify store? I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. I mean, you could have it as a secondary store because we all know Etsy loves to shut down your shop, right? The other drawback is since Etsy is a marketplace and they usually have about 80 to 100 million visitors per month, Printify Pop-up store is basically like a Shopify. You will have to figure out a way to drive traffic to the store, whether through social media, whether through paid ads, right? So you will have to do that. So that might not be something that you're interested in. But anyway, I just thought I would make this um, so that people can actually see that, okay, there are some pros, but right now I think that the cons are making me rethink my position. There's too many problems with the website itself, and they're minor problems. These could be fixed relatively easy, right? The image problem should be easy, and the sorting, sorting the store should also be easy. My biggest complaint is I do not like them having my money up to 45 days. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, um, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some information. If you really like my stuff, I'm going to try to be more consistent, but I do have other things that I have to run and do. Please like, share, and by all means, subscribe and leave me your comments. Thank you.